right, so after I saw this movie, I was talking on my phony phone, right, to Griffy Griff, the nigger riff. I'm kidding. But yeah, Griffin's kind of an N-word. But anyway, yeah, I was talking to him on the phony phone, and I was walking around my mall. I had nothing to do. I was waiting for a ride home, and then I go into the parking garage, right, where the mall is, you know, and where the entrance to what's it called, JCPenney, and I'm just, you know, talking on the phone like, hey Griffin, you're an asshole. You're an asshole. Ooh, you fuck yourself. And out of nowhere, these two freaking mall cops freaking stop me. They walk in, and they're like, hey, why are you walking around the mall? Alright, why are you going up to every single door? And that's what I do when I'm on the phone. I just walk around. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I just go up to every door because I don't know. I'm wasting time, right? And they're telling me, ooh, the camera's lying. Then I'm like, they're inanimate objects. They can't say if I'm lying, if they're lying or not. You're stupid, you freaking mall cops. They're telling me I'm lying. And I'm not doing anything. I have no intent. I have money. Why would I go into store? They think I was looking through the doors to like break in, because the mall's closed during Christmas, of course. I mean, my mall isn't a communist. It's closed, and I'm just going up to the doors, and I'm not even doing anything. I didn't even like pull on the doors, and the cameras don't even like. Why am I holding this? All right, and the cameras don't even see me like grab the door, because I'm not even grabbing the door. I'm just talking to Griffin on the phone, right? Fuck you, Griffin. So anyway, they're just telling me, the mall's closed, go away, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm not even doing anything, you're just calling me a liar, you're an asshole. And then I hung up the phone halfway through, and I'm just like, you know, I'm just gonna put this in my pocket, and I'm gonna be like, you know what, screw these guys. So I punched them in the mouth. I'm kidding, I didn't, but I want to. So I was walking away, I was like, you know, I'm getting a ride, just go away, go away, go away, go away. And then when I was walking away, they were taunting me. They were taunting me, I'm serious. And they were like, the mall's closed, man. Don't go in it. The mall's closed. I'm like, I know, I'm aware. And you told me like 50 times. I know. I know the mall's closed. You don't have to tell me a million times, but they just kept going and going. So I go up to Target. I'm sitting on the bench, and then who do I see at the top level? Right next to Best Buy, looking at me, those two freaking cops, and they're like, ew, and I just wave to them. And then 2 minutes later, they come by in their little freaking mall cop mobile with their stupid yellow lights. Why do they have yellow lights? Out of all the lights they could choose, they choose the color yellow for a light? What the hell is their problem? So they come up to me, and they didn't even say anything. I just said, she'll be here. My grandma's gonna be here, shut up. And I was sitting on the bench, right, and I was like, why are there mall cops anyway? I mean, like, they're the stink bugs of society. Like, what are they doing? Like, they do nothing, they have nothing, they just wear those stupid fucking cop uniforms like they think they're all big business, right? They have no weapons on them, they can't do anything, the only thing they can do is call the police, and I'm not doing anything wrong. So, whatever, the moral of the story is, if you're a mall cop, you're a stupid motherfucker. Alright, I don't care if you're the worst, I don't care if you're like the nicest person in the world, if you're a mall cop, change your profession, because it's the worst profession you could have. Alright, Paul Blart was a sweet guy, but other than that, you could barely ever find Paul Blart in your life. So, did I just really make Paul Blart into a metaphor? Yeah, if you're a mall cop, you're terrible and you suck. So go on to the review. Alright, see ya.
Suzanne, you're all that I wanted of a girl. You're all that I need in the world. I'm your child, make me blush, draw me wild. Suzanne, you're all that I wanted.
Django! It's Paul Dano here to review Django Unchained, starring Jamie Foxx, Christoph Waltz, Samuel L. Jackson, Kerry Washington, Walton Goggins, Don Johnson, Jonah Hill, and Leonardo DiCaprio. Directed by Quentin Tarantino. And this was by far my most anticipated film of 2012. Actually, I haven't been this excited for a movie since Toy Story 3. And oh my god, was this movie fucking amazing! You know, I'm not just going to be the guy who just goes on Quentin Tarantino's side every movie he makes, even though every movie he makes except for Death Proof is amazing. So, I don't know. Actually, I didn't love Kill Bill Volume 2, but at the same time, every other movie he's made was pretty fucking awesome. And this is no exception. This is one of his best films that he's made in a while. This is really up there with his very best. Like, I would put this over Reservoir Dogs for me. Like, it's probably, like, either my third or fourth favorite of his. I don't know, man. I just love what he does with, like, historical content. Like, he just puts his own spin on historical events. And I loved what he did in Inglourious Basterds. And I might have liked that a little bit more than Django, but at the same time, Django was so good. The script by Quentin Tarantino, one of the top 5 best screenplays of the entire year, no doubt. Absolutely fantastic, his script. You know, Quentin Tarantino just knows how to write dialogue, which goes without saying, but this is some of the best dialogue I've heard all year, which I'll get into later when I get into the performances. Now, he has a new editor on this movie. His original editor, Sally Menke, who edited all of his other projects, she actually died earlier this year or last year, and it was actually really sad how she died. Well, she died. It would have been sad anyway she died, but like the way she died was actually really, really sad. It was taken over by the guy who edits the Fast and Furious movies. I thought he did a really good job with this. And, you know, the cinematography, this movie looks breathtaking. This is some of the best cinematography I've seen all year. The soundtrack, it's another classic Quentin Tarantino soundtrack. I bought it. It's on my iPod right now. I listened to the whole thing. It's pretty fucking awesome. If that's like my only little gripe about the movie is that sometimes he sort of goes Martin Scorsese Casino on it like crazy with the soundtrack. Like every other scene, it's a song. Going on to the performances, Jamie Foxx is so good here, and his performance is honestly like a crescendo. You feel Jamie Foxx's character of Django, the D is silent, like grow as a character, get more stronger, get more self-confident throughout the film, and especially that last 30 minutes, he turned in one hell of a performance. Christoph Waltz, he's Christoph Waltz. I don't think I've ever seen him give a bad performance ever. I wouldn't give him a Best Supporting Actor nomination, but I do think he was great. I mean, it's Christoph Waltz. This is definitely another great performance you can add to the list of great Christoph Waltz performances. I mean, I loved his character in this movie. I mean, who wouldn't love this character? Don Johnson, Walton Goggins, Jonah Hill, they all show up for a little bit. I actually really liked Walton Goggins in this movie. As Billy Crash, I really like that character. I like the back and forth between him and Django. And there's one scene where he's about to torture Django, and it is insane what he's going to do. Or did he go through with it? You're going to have to see the movie to find out. Then we have Samuel Jackson in this movie, who gives one of his best performances ever. I mean, this is one of the most... Like, I read an article where Samuel Jackson predicted that this was going to be the most hated Negro in cinematic history. And I think he's right, because this guy, you just love to hate this guy. But at the same time, whenever he's on screen, you can't just stop loving how good of a performance this guy is given, because it's so good. It's just so good, so good. This is one of his best characters ever, Quentin Tarantino, that he's written. And I read the script months ago, and Samuel Jackson just made that character just so alive, and it was just such an awesome character. And I just really felt the bond between him and Leonardo DiCaprio's character. It was just really sick in a way, but at the same time, it was like, they actually had really good chemistry together. And going on to Leonardo DiCaprio, give him the Oscar right now. He was absolutely marvelous in this film. He was absolutely fantastic. This is one of his very best performances that I've personally ever seen him give. He's one of my favorite actors. What else can I say about this movie? Oh yeah, the whole issue with the length is that people are having. It's Quentin Tarantino, all right? He makes 2.5 hour long movies all the time. I mean, if you're not used to it already, then I don't know why you're complaining about it. And I can understand people saying it dragged a little bit, but honestly, Quentin Tarantino movies, they do tend to drag, but at the same time, I never lost attention in this movie at all. And another huge problem people are having with this film, unnecessarily, especially Mr. Spike Lee, or Spike Hypocrite Lee, is the use of the N-word in this film, and I don't understand it, because the N-word in this movie I think they used it more in Jackie Brown, personally, but people shouldn't even be complaining about the N-word because of the whole time that it's set in. I know people are like, oh, well, they use it too excessively. Well, shut up. I'm going to give this a 10 out of 10. I mean, did you guys really expect me not to give this a 10 out of 10? I mean, you're an idiot if you don't think I was going to give this a 10. I mean, I had nothing wrong with it. The ending is so awesome, and this movie was just awesome. I'm Mr. Google. Don't forget to keycap, subscribe, and I'm out.